go. It is. Let me just make sure sound is working. I know that I'm not going to have the best sound. I'm connected to my phone. Hopefully that's going to work. Yep. I just got to talk louder, probably. That's all. Sounds good. All right. Ooh, there's a raid right there. Hey, BG. I was running a bit late. Hey, Kristen. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. Kristen, I'm going to talk in code. I heard that you had a conversation, you mediated a conversation between two people that I know, or one that I know and one that I don't want to know, and it didn't go so well. So, yeah, that's all. That's all I'm going to say. I'm actually going to do things about this conversation, not about the conversation, but do things about that person soon. I want them to, what's the word I'm looking for? I will do the right thing first, and then I want to see if they're going to do the right thing. I don't think they will. I don't think I did anything wrong, but if it's going to make the situation better, I will do the right thing first. Yep. Sometimes, BG, you apologize. I'll say this. An apology is always for the other person. The apology is never for yourself. You know if you did something right or wrong. And you know if you're getting, what's the word I'm looking for? You know if your apology is going to land on them or not. So, hey, Raj. So the apology is never for yourself. It's always for the other person, but it's telling the other person you recognize that you did something not right. That's all it is. I don't want to delete that one. I want to get a chance of that. Oh, I got to cancel this route and start that over again. What's up, Hooch? Yeah, I guess I'm trying to watch. When 3-star higher, Tortuga, I don't need that one. So that can go away. That's from this. You got a Nundo today, Axel? What Nundo did you get? Oh, bad service? Okay, I'll move. I know what the problem is. Hang on a second, guys. I'm in 5G. I know what the problem is. I'm in 5G. Give me a second here, folks. I know what the problem is. Let me shield up. Get out of 5G. Stop. I was not in LTE mode. That's the problem. Now I should be good. Chicago, he's talking about probably Chicago for Go Fest. Let's get this. It's funny how my biggest thing is that. Wow. 1,100 points. What do we have in here? Let's switch it up. I always like to put in just enough to win, or even slightly go below the person, let them think they can win, and I could mix it up there. All right, let me put some sounds on. That'll make it a little teeny bit interesting. Hopefully that's enough. Um, Kristen, I don't know if you've ever heard of this website called Skiplagged, spelled kind of how it sounds, SIKPLAGGED.com. And what it does is I use that to find flights. It's not always and then it tells me which airline to go look at the flights on. So it's an vendor agnostic, an airline agnostic website. So that's the way that I go. That's what I start off on that site. That site also, I just came back from Florida, and on New Year's Eve that day, every direct flight was going to cost me over $350. And on Skiplagged, there was a flight that's called a Skiplag flight, and it was only $140. And what a Skiplag flight means is that you get off. You have a connecting flight, but you get off at the connection. So what I did was I went instead of flying from Florida to New Jersey, I flew from Florida. My ticket was Florida to Washington D.C. through New Jersey, and I got off in New Jersey. And I did not get onto the connecting flight. It was actually I had to change the planes, and you're not supposed to do that very much. But because the airlines can get in trouble from the airlines for doing that. For example, you don't, and also if you check a bag, the bag will end up in the far destination, so you can't check a bag or anything like that. If you go onto the plane and they force you to check the bag, then you're SOL. So you have to be really careful about using a Skiplag flight. Collect some more stuff. Go to another spot. I think it's Chicago. I know for us, Raj, is a 10-hour drive, so it's drivable. So it's not terrible. I've driven further before. I just want a non-stop flight. Oh yeah, no. So what I do is I always book a direct flight, but that's the trick, is using a Skiplag flight for that. I'm just curious if anyone thinks that I sound better or worse than normal. I'm using the microphone that's built into the phone versus my wireless mic. My wireless mic is I thought I charged it today, but it didn't charge. So it's charging right now. It's more clear. Okay. Raj says he notices it's about the same. Actually, private jets, I looked into that not too long ago. And if you had a group of like 6 or 7 people, a private jet would actually make more sense than people flying individual tickets. But obviously, you got to be going to and from the same destination. But it's not only quicker, but the price ends up being about the same and sometimes even cheaper based upon the number of people. I sound terrible. I sound like terminal to Axo. Nice. I sure hope I do. Yep. He's got a little smiley face on here. Figure keep working on Little Tyke. What's going on here? We decided to go white. Yes, Hoochie, that's my newest shundo. This last week I did 2 trades and I got 2 lucky shundos from them, and this was the second one. So I figured I'm going to make him my bestie and build him up. You sound good, but the stream cuts off constantly. That's not good. Let me start this route up here. I got a route I want to do with him. Nearby routes. Nope, I don't want to start the route. I want to... There. I guess that's the route. I actually hatched a teeny toxel recently. I think I called it Little Tot. Where is it? I hatched a toxel that was an XXX. Let's Sort by recent. Yep, Tiny Tot. Look at this thing. Teeny little Toxel. Not very good. Alright, this area is probably not the best. Let me get out of this area now that I'm starting this route. I'm down a hill. Am I still alive? Yes, I am. Okay. Hopefully that'll fix it. That hopefully fixes it. Although I still see him now in the greatest service area, but it's working. Yeah, now I've got 2 bars. I went from 1 to 2. Ooh, I want you, Snorlax. Get over here. Get over here. No. Oh, whew. I need to get a bunch of throws. I'm gonna do that now. Let's get these great throws in. So it should be better now. I'm going to keep an eye on the stream. I have not been watching the stream, so I'll keep an eye on the stream. If I restarted it, so it should be better now. Two more throws. I'm watching on my other phone. The stream seems steady now. You guys still having problems with it cutting out? Am I not? You guys can't hear me? Hang on a second. No, but you can hear me. I can hear it. You guys can't hear me? Yep, it's working. I hear that. All right. Now that I've done my throws, we're going to do... Of course, you decide to do that. I was going through my cards yesterday. Thanks, Ace. I was going through my cards yesterday, my Pocket Monster cards, Raj, and I found a Snorlax card that I was going to offer to you, but then I found out that if it's a PSA 9, it's going to be something crazy price. So it's like it's worth like $500-600. So I have to. I think PSA 9 was like $400, and PSA 10 was like $500 or $600. So I'll show you the card, but I have to. Unfortunately, it's my friend's card, so I do have to grade it. Why aren't you shiny? Yep. No, it seems steady to me, and I'm watching the stream seems live, so we're good. We're pretty close to where I am. Let's put something in this one here. Let's put in this guy. Rank 1 still, nice. Yeah, it's a Japanese card. I'll send you a picture of it. If I grade it, I will definitely sell it to you minus my fee. So I have no problem doing that. Hang on a second. How close am I to hatching these eggs? Not even close. All right, so let's just finish this route up. I don't want you. I want Little Tyke to get the credit. What should I put in here? I always like to put in traded stuff into here, so that way it's something I don't have to worry about. Got some recent nice stuff in here. I'm putting Garganacles in there. Something different. I mean, Ace, I'm happy. So I've got a friend of mine who's got some Pocket Monster cards that he's consigned to me, and he's paying me a good amount of money. I think we're doing like a 40%, 40-60 split. So I'm happy to, for close friends of mine, I won't take that fee. So happy to do that. But I do need to make sure that I get his money out of it. There's some Gengar cards that are worth like $3,000 or $4,000. Yeah, Raj, I still haven't done anything with them. Kristen, why are you saying that? Hang on a second. Kristen's saying something. 1 second. She's saying something over here. Oh, Kristen, I don't care what you're doing. Kristen, I trust you. You can do whatever you want. Not a problem. I don't know what you're doing, but not a problem. Hey, Egghead. Hey, Steve. Steve, no, I have cards to sell. I don't sell on Whatnot. These are cards that a friend of mine, I have friends who consign their cards to me, and then I figure out ways to sell them in a variety of different ways. So I'm not looking for things like that. Oh, I see, Kristen, what you're doing. No problem. I can't look at it right now. Too much on stream. All right. I am going to do some raids. If anybody wants to do raids, I see we got 15 people watching. I'm going to travel around a little bit. These raids are not here soon, but I'm sure I could find some. But if anybody wants to do some raids, I'm happy to add people. If anyone comes into chat and says hello, somebody could do ! Raid rules while I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to get to. That would be very helpful. And then I could add people up and get ready for some raids. It looks like a lot of these are not for a while. Timing was terrible, huh? That one's not. Don't want to really do those. So yeah, I got fossil cards and then 2 other generations after fossils. So and it's a lot. There's a lot of cards in there. Yeah, I want to do legendary ones. Let's do that. Let's filter it down to this. Man, there's nothing happening around here, huh? Yeah, I love when they do this. They just decide to start all the spawns at one point. I got a few things up here. Nope, nothing really going on. No, I don't. I don't use Whatnot, so I plan on selling to like going to a card show and selling to the vendors there. So I could go up and do these 2. They're not that far. This one here is actually, where's this one? This one might be a pain. Yeah, no, that's actually right here. That's how close it is. All right, I'm going to go over to this raid. I'm going to get to it on my other phone. Hoochie, I got worried about you doing something there. Then I just saw the message. Not bad. You have a 15, 15, 14. What should you do, black or white? You have enough energy to do both, black and white. You have 1,000 of each energy at least. That's one thing. And you stream on Whatnot. You stream on Whatnot, Steve? Or do you stream live on Whatnot, or do you buy from Whatnot? Because if I'm looking to sell these cards after I get them graded, and so if somebody's looking to buy them, that's what I'm looking for, is buyers of cards. I got a whole 2 binders full of Pocket Monster cards. They're the Japanese cards. Yeah, I would never buy packs from anybody on Whatnot. I would only buy packs from reputable places. So, how much time is left in that raid? Nope, I'm not close to it. Gotta go around there. Give me a moment. You're not buying. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I actually seen many videos, more and more videos I'm seeing nowadays of people on Whatnot. They're ripping packs open and then hiding that when they get hits and stuff like that. I don't know how often that happens, but I would definitely be nervous about doing that and seeing those type of things. So that's definitely an issue. I need to go away from the chat phone for just a minute here, folks, so I can get this GPS in for this raid here. Give me a second here. One moment. Just switching over so I can figure out where to go. Let's refresh these raids. There's this one. So I'm going to I have Genesect coming up It's going to take me not very long to get there. 5 minutes from now, I'll have a Genesect. So if there's anybody here who wants to get in on a Genesect raid, come into chat, say hello, and I'll be able to help you guys out that way, and then I'll get you an invite. So come in, treat me like you would any other stranger. You say hello first, say what you want, and come on in. And we're gonna have a Raiders brawl here in a moment, I can tell. I got about 4 more minutes into until I have a raid. Come on in, and Kristen, stop that. That's hilarious, Kristen. All because you throw it in Raven stuff. Very nice. Love it. Why should you... hang on a second. Let me make this turn, and then I'll be able to read the chat there. Hang on just a moment. Why should you ask cats, pause, TCG, whatnot he might buy? All right. One problem I find that people who are on whatnot, they want to buy under, like I would be looking to sell at like 80%. And I'm finding a lot of people on whatnot that I've seen in the past. I haven't done it recently, but I've seen in the past where they want to do it at 60%. So that's about, but I can't hurt to look around. So cat's paws. Okay, I'll keep that in mind there. There we go. We got these all set up now. I know that's a good spot to be in. All right, I do have a Genesect raid coming up. If anybody wants it, let me know. Come into chat, say hello, and we'll share my code after you tell me what your in-game name is. And so come on into chat. If everybody could also give the stream a like, a double tap, please, I'd appreciate it. Dark Mosh is also here in the chat. He's one of the founders and creators of Pogo Tips, and all of the mods are in blue. Please listen to them. They're in charge of everything. They make everything work here. So please listen up to them. Yeah, I don't blame you, Kristen. I get it. I got my best Genesect of the burn one. I got one I was on. I sniped into BT's raid earlier, and I got a really good Genesect. It's 15, 13, 15. So far, it's my best one. I mean, Hoochie, you're getting great service. You requested to get timed out. You got timed out. You decided to talk about the Ravens, and you got timed out again. You're getting all of the service that you want. Steve, if you live in, I don't see everything else you said, Steve. Check in. Yeah, we're good. All right. Let's stop in this lot here. Do a quick UE. So does anybody here want to get in? Anybody who wants to get in on Genesect? I'm waiting for people who want to do that. I'm not I don't need to do Genesect. I've done enough of it today. But if there's anybody who wants to get on Genesect, come on into chat, say hello. I'm also going to, when I stop, I'm going to look and see if Cresselia I'll keep doing. I only have one shiny Cresselia, and it's not very good. So come on in. And let me know if anybody here wants to do Genesect. I'll look for Cresselia next to do. And I need to check this before I get yelled at by Dark. I know, Dark. I will check all those. I've never gotten my own shiny of that. Yeah, Kristen, we were talking about Fanfeet earlier. So look at this. Look at that Fanfeet crappy record there. Come on, live phone. There we go. We're back in live. What's up, Guap? No problem, Raj. Hey, Dark, if we're going to do Mega Monday, I was thinking, I did a quick test. I probably can do it from my phone. Obviously, I can't be on both streams at the same time, but I can go into chat and go into to share the way we normally share. So anybody here wants to do this, let me know. Welcome home, Guap. There's a Mudge. There's a lot of Raven fans. There's some Raven fans in here. There's some other fans. I know Kristen is. He lives near where the Ravens are. Oh no, Steve. I live about 30 minutes outside of New York City. So Alberta's pretty far. I know we've got a lot of Canadians in here that come in often. And Kristen's rule, because Kristen's a super mod, her rule is we're going to abide by that. There's no Raven slander in the chat. Only person who's allowed to break that would be Dark, and I'm not, because I'm not going to referee that one. Yep. Yeah, Kristen, I agree. What's going on, Gamer Drew? So, I guess nobody here wants to do this guy. I'm not going to go do it for this, but I'm going to jump out for a moment and check. I'm looking for Cresselia. That I'm definitely going to be doing, so give me a second here. Let me find a Cresselia. None there going. What's this down here? No Cresselia there. Man, there's like none around. Everything's pretty far, or it's not Cresselia. I'll just drive around a little bit. That's what I'll do for now. Start driving towards where one of those are. Going to be in the future. Mudge used to like the Ravens. OG Reed's fan. No, Reed's jersey. What's going on, Drew? Hang on a second. I got something in my car that's rattling around. Water bottle that somebody let fall in the car. So one of my backseat guys this weekend left a water bottle in the car that's now was rolling around and driving me crazy. All right. Let me head over someplace else. Exit out of this. I'm gonna go to that shopping center where I got a lot of good spots to go check. Yes, and see, what really drives me crazy, Hoochie, is when people leave stuff in my car. Number one, like I drove around you for 3 hours on Saturday for the raids, and they're friends of mine, obviously. And number two, then the water bottle fell on the floor, and that then making noise and driving me crazy that way. Come on, very basic. And yes, do try to avoid your car from rolling. That does help it a lot. All right. Come on, people. Let's go. That place is not good enough. I want to go over to... There's a nice shopping center about 2 minutes from here, 3 minutes, and I'm going to go check everything there. Oh, my offsprings know better than that. My offspring know that they, because usually what I do with my children, whenever my children were in the car and they left a mess, whoever left the mess, if it was multiple, they'd clean out the entire car. I'm not playing games. You make a little mess, you clean the entire car. That taught them pretty quickly. No, that's not where I want to go. Hey, Vincent, thanks for subscribing. You have a Palisades? Man, that thing is huge. Yeah, Hoochie, that's a simple rule. You make the mess, you clean up more of it. Makes it easy. If they leave their dishes at the table, boom, you got to clean up. You got to do all the dishes after whatever the next meal was. My kids like this one. Whenever my kids complained about food, for example, they didn't like the meal, I tell them, I don't have to feed you something you like. I just have to feed you food. I'm not breaking any laws by feeding you. You don't like it. That's not my problem. If you're not hungry, this is the meal you're getting. If you eat your meal, then you could get some more food. Nope, not at all. I don't mess around with that stuff. Oh, and my kids also, they tried pulling this one thing. One time they tried pulling on me. They were like, when they were 15, I told them they had to get a job. And they said, none of our friends have a job. And I'm like, then go live at their house. And they're like, no. I'm like, so that's the rules in my house. You had to have a job. If you weren't in a sport, meaning school it was either school and a sport, and then on the weekends you'd have time to do a job. So I don't care if you worked an hour a week, you had to have a job. All right, let's put on some spatial rend here. By the way, I'm a Gen Xer, so I'm old. Live's going again a little crazy. It just had to do that. Just had to refresh myself. What do we have here? Is this a berry? Yeah, let's do this. Let me do this one quickly. Try to get something to leave in here. No, I want something legendary to leave. Where's something legendary? Hang on a second. There we go. That made it in. Let me scroll up a little bit. Sorry, guys. Not sure if you all saw this, but do you have any shundos? Oh, yeah. Sorry, I didn't see it before. But, yeah, so if anybody's posting something in the chat, feel free to post it again. But after a minute or two, because I do drive around a bit, and then I stop. So it's hard for me to see everything. I'll show you my shundos. Actually, my buddy right now, I don't know if you saw the little buddy on the screen, that's one of my shundos. That's my newest shundo. I did a lucky trade with somebody on stream last week, and as a friend of mine, and I got a shundo out of that one. So, better get your first shundo in LA. That'll be good. I mean, Pocket John, it took him how many catches? Pocket John's got more catches and more years than me, and he got his first shundo. So, all right. Ooh, you could be shiny. These are shiny boosted, by the way, all the time. 1 in 128 chance. They're all the time shiny boosted. And there's a teeny rat medal that I'm working on. And so your Rattata's got to be 2.41 or 2.41 kg or smaller. So here's one that I just got to trade with somebody. So Roger Dark is going to get my teeny Rattatas and my large Magikarps. So you want to see my shundos? Happy to show them. Love showing them. Let me say that. Shundo. So these are all my shundos. What's the rarest shiny to find in the wild? So I would probably say, it's hard to say. So it's very rare to find one of the Lake Trio. Those are in the wild. But when you do find them, they have a 1 in 125. They have a 1 in 25 chance of being shiny. So I would probably say that's what it would be. So these are my shundos. I'm looking for help with naming any of these that are not named, except for Enigma. I'm keeping Enigma. But all these other ones that doesn't have a name, and everyone asks like, why do you do this? So one of the cool things is you can put text upside down. And you can even do curses and bad words and stuff like that. So if you go onto a website, you just search for upside down text, write your text the right way up, and it'll give you the upside down version. And everybody should know why Malamar is written upside down. So if anybody has any suggestions for anything that doesn't have a name of these, Duckpole JPG is because he's got the background there. So this one here I got during Com Day with Dark. I got this one too. So I'm just coming up with just some creative names here. So Dark still thinks he's going to get me to change that name, but he hasn't given me a better suggestion there. So, yep. I know, Dark. I know. You almost have naming rights. Woody Woodpecker. I was thinking of that, but I kind of like Pixel and Zazu. I'm looking for the ones that doesn't have names. So King Gambit, and this is crazy. So this is one I caught in the wild, and then a few days later I caught it during the timed research. So entitled Steelers fans, yep. I mean, what is? They don't even have a name on. Oh, they do have a name for their stadium. They do that. Yep. So those are my shundos. Yeah, I'll show you one other one that I did. That I think it's B. I named it. Yeah, see right here. So this is one. I used to have a different word for B, which starts with the letter B, but I decided to take that out. And here's one that is very interesting, that it does have a bad word in it, but for some reason the game still lets you do it. So if you try to name something with the last 4 letters of this word, you're not going to be able to name it. But for some reason, if you name it that way, it works. I don't know why. You're welcome to try it yourself, but that's an interesting thing that's going on there. So my shundos that aren't legendary, hang on a second, I'll show you about those. That's a good comment. So this was a called out hundo in the wild that I did the background trick for. So of course, as soon as I got it and I saw it was going to be a shundo, for a short time you can make the backgrounds occur. This was another called out hundo. This was at Go Wild with my big group, and there was tons of people that got the hundo, but I didn't get that one. This one here, let's see, we talked about that one. This one here is hatched. This one was caught from field research. Hey, Anakin, you tried this yesterday. I'm not battling anybody in the stream right now. I'm happy to invite you to raids in a few minutes, if I have any raids. I've got about 30 minutes left on the stream. I'm not going to be battling, though. So background trick doesn't work anymore, but the way that it worked was when because there was only a very short time that Pokemon were background eligible. And so this was when there was that one Pokemon essentially was one that was background eligible. There was then also during Com Day for a short time there was some background eligible Pokemon, and what you did is that you would tap on the Pokemon and feed it a berry, and I'll just use this as an example. You'd tap on the Pokemon and feed it a berry, and then you'd run and you'd tap on it again, and if the berry was there, you'd run and tap on it. And it took anywhere from 5 minutes to 20 minutes for the berry to disappear. And when the berry disappeared, then that means that it had the background. And if you mess it up, like for example, if you run from it one too many times, then you won't get the background, and you have to redo it again. And for that one that I have the shundo with the background, I did mess it up multiple times. Twice I messed it up, and luckily I had a third chance. Hoochie, I had a friend of mine with me who was watching the Pokemon to make sure it wasn't despawning on their phone. They already had a hundo of that Pokemon, and they were watching the timer but they were watching it to despawn. And so if they saw it despawn, they were going to yell at me to not do that. So, yeah, they're not doing they're not really doing backgrounds. Don't know why. And look, Christian, I've got 2 with your name in it, based upon what we talked about today. Actually, this is the one you gave me, so it's in my friendly army. And so if anybody meets me, I want to get your favorite Pokemon as to go into my friendly army. So, Raj is driving, so he's not be able to read the stream much or respond on stream. So, I'm just buying the passes. It's not a big deal. I like getting the passes, especially with the trinket in it. And also, if you do the math, I will tell you this. I recently did the math, and not this one here, but on another one I did the math. Sorry, guys, my live went not live anymore. So if you take a look at what it gives you, hang on, let's get to it. Come on. Can I get to it this time? There we go. So if you take a look at what it gives you, all of the extra rewards on the right-hand side, just the ones on the right side, just the ones for the deluxe, I did a calculation, and if you bought it in the in-game store using coins at a great value, all of this stuff here would equal $6.70. Yep. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm in a very good area. I've got 4 bars. I keep having that happening. I might have to switch up the apps. I'm using Live now, but yep. I gotta get a different app. I'm decided. After tonight, I'm gonna find a different app. It sucks that I paid for it already, but it wasn't very expensive. But I can't have a stream that doesn't work and keeps dying out. Hey, Cookie. Oh, welcome back. I thought you were not allowed to come on here anymore. I hope you don't do anything you're going to get in trouble. Welcome back. Welcome back. Well, your Charizard is not only your favorite, but it's also your Shundo background Charizard. So, in about 30 minutes, Dark and I are going to do what we call Mega Monday stream. So my stream here is going to be ending shortly, but we're going to start again doing another stream, and we're going to go through our Pokemon and Mega all the ones I need to get Megas for it. Your Bushalundo. Oh no, Cookie. So Cookie said that they weren't going to be allowed on the stream anymore. That's what it was. So nothing. I thought they weren't. I thought their parents said that they weren't allowed to be on the stream anymore. That's all, Dark. Nothing major. So, and I found out Cookie is a he. They told me they're he. I was being careful not to misgender people, and they corrected me. Hey, Beats, what's going on? By the way, I'm not doing, at this point, unless I get a raid that's right near here, and I haven't checked to see if there's any nearby, and I will do it in a moment. I'm not doing any raids right now, and I only have about 30 minutes left on this stream. But we're going to be I'm starting another stream in 30 minutes right away, where Dark and I are going to be talking about megging our Mondays and stuff like that. Yeah, I used it when they don't know. Now I know. No, I just have to. I don't know what you're referencing, Dark, but sounds good. So, your favorite has to be Greninja. Yeah, I actually have an amazing Greninja. I do like Greninja a lot. It used to be my favorite Pokemon. Greninja. So I've got a nice setup here. This was one that a friend that Dark knows of mine. So Heartland, Darks and I know Heartland. He and I were trading, and I got that one there. I got a couple other nice ones here. It's not so good ones, a lot to trade. I just like how it also has the scarf on it. It's just, it looks like a scarf. I know it's its tongue, but it looks like it's a scarf. This is an Ultra League, rank 44. What is this one? What's this one? Why am I saving this one? It's not really that good. You almost got a Shundo costume Greninja. That's awesome. I like all those. Let's see, and costume. What do I have for costumes? I haven't evolved. I've only evolved this one. That's crazy. I do have a bunch from last year and the year before. I can chat and stuff supervised, so sometimes I won't be chatting. That's perfect, Cookie. That's actually a very good, responsible parent. So I know it doesn't. I know it feels terrible as a child, but I've got 3 children of my own, and that's important to keep your children safe. So I understand it. Shuckle, I love. Yes, there was a Froakie Community Day a while ago. Let me see when it was. I do have some from that day. Froakie. Let's turn this off. Let me sort it by date. Not what I meant to do. Here I've got to sort this by recent. And we'll start on the bottom. Is this from that day? There we go. So August of 2023 is when it was. So, Dark, I think I already knew you at this point. I think we met in June of 23, if I remember correctly, somewhere around there. By the way, if I miss somebody's comment and I don't read it out loud, feel free to let me know and post it again. Just give me about a minute between posts, but I'm not able to stare at the chat the entire time here. It's a teeny one. Guap, it's, you know what? You started and you're still playing. That's the important thing. Guap does a lot of PvP. I know you're on Sage's stream a lot. By the way, if you guys don't know Sage, if you like PvP, you can do !Sage and you'll find out about his stream. Also, BG, who's not in here right now, he's got his own videos posted, !BG. That's Big Green Dino. You can check out his. Also, Raj, I got !Raj set up. Raj Gotcha is a good friend of mine, and he does a lot of streaming. So, lots of people that we're friends with over here doing that. Oh, you're here, BG. No problem. See? Talking you up. And by the way, BG, I edited your comments a little bit. So if you take a look there, you'll see that there's a slight change to it. Decided to clean it up a little bit, make it look a little bit better and read a little bit better. All right. Any raids right now are going? Nothing. 747. That I could go do. Where is that one? Okay, good. Exactly where I was planning on going. Feel free to edit it, Dark. I was editing while I was editing about 15 other things. I added see if there's a teeny large command, !teeny large. I added that to Raj's stream earlier. And feel free to correct them up, Dark. No, it's TINY LARGE, teeny large. Not teeny, TINY LARGE. Is that in here? There we go. So if you're looking to complete some of those medals, there's a youngster medal and the fisher medal. Those are the size Pokemon that you need. There's if you want to get really specific, there's a very hair-splitting detail that I can explain, but most people won't care about that little hair-splitting detail, so I'm not going to get into it. But if you're getting Pokemon that size or smaller or bigger, that's how you can do that. So, Dark, you've got access to Nightbot. Log into Nightbot's YouTube and with the YouTube account, and then you can get into it. Make all of the corrections you want. I don't care about that. I'm not going to get through that one. I should probably be running incense here. How much more time do I have left? There's like no spawns today. What's going on here? Might as well do this since I've got 2 of these here. Out of here. I usually don't like to do these because if I remember correctly, it's nothing important. When are you building a membership for your channels? So Guap, we met the first requirement. There's 2 requirements in order for you to monetize your channel. The first one is that you need to have 500 subscribers, and thanks to everybody who's here in the chat and everybody who's helped us out. We're well past that now. And the other one is you need to get a certain amount of view hours, and we're about I think we just passed a quarter away there. For the number of view hours, you need, I think, 3,000 view hours is what we need, and that's one of the reasons that we used to just make videos, but making shorts, you need a lot more view hours. It's ridiculous. So we decided to do some more things to make it a little bit longer and get more view hours up. So I would say, by the way we're going, the speed that we're actually more and more views every time we do stuff. I would say that we're probably going to be about 3 or 4 months out from being able to do that. And once we do that, we have some nice bonuses that are going to come with it. Not just stuff here. We're also building a website. We own the website pogo.tips, and we're building the website up to have a lot of things that are going to be free and then a lot of things that are going to be paid. So, by the way, I'm one-handing these. I've got one hand on the steering wheel and one hand as I'm throwing these. That's why it takes a little bit quicker, a little bit longer for me to fast catch them. But I'm doing it. So one of the things, for example, I'm building is I've got a search string calculator. I'm always talking about search strings. And here's a search string that not a lot of people know. If you just search for the word candy, XL, this shows you all Pokemon that need candy, XL candy to power up. Sometimes it'll show you Pokemon that are already max leveled, but this will every one of these Pokemon, in order for me to power them up, they require XL candy. So that's max leveled. Here's one that needs XL candy. Here's one that needs XL candy. So hey Peyton, what's going on? I have Shadow Raid in about 6 minutes. I'm going to be starting. I have a Shadow Cresselia. So that's what I'm over here doing, just collecting everything and hanging out here for a few minutes. Hope you had a good Monday. It's 7:41 for me. I live near New York City, in New Jersey. Thank you very much. If there's anybody here who's watching and hasn't double tapped and given us a like, I really would appreciate that. Also, if anybody wants to do a raid with me, and it's 5 minutes and change, I've got a Shadow Cresselia that I'm going to be doing. I probably won't do anything more than that because at 8 o'clock, so in 20 minutes, we got another thing, another one going. What was that one? I completely forgot what that research was. What was that research? Yep, it was Send 3. Boba Fett, Mawile, Absol. Yeah, what the heck. Absol is a good thing to get. Dark, is it available in, what about Pokemon that are trash and should be transferred? I struggle with the storage. Oh yeah, we've got a lot there. All right, sounds good, Guap. Are you on my friends list, Guap? I don't recall. If you're not, then just tell me your in-game name. And then we'll be able to, then I'll post my code. What was I doing in here? Oh, people I need to send gifts to. Giftable and interactable. So those are people that I haven't sent gifts to. So the word interactable tells you who you haven't sent a gift to. So what's your in-game name, Guap? Sage made that for us. So I'll post the code in a moment. Just what's your in-game name, Guap, and then I'll be able to do it. Because what's going to happen is when I post my code, we're going to get a lot of people sending me friend requests. Oh, I need to add a sticker to it. Dummy. Wasn't thinking. That's why I wasn't getting credit for it. So what's your in-game name? There we go. All right. So if somebody could post my code, I'm going to look for only going to accept a friend from Bet to Get Squap. So there's my in-game, here's my code. It starts with 1, 2, 3, 4. If anybody wants to add me, I'm happy to take friend requests, but I need you to come into chat, say hello, say why you want to get added, and then what's your in-game name. All right, let's see if this is a shiny Absol. Nope, I already have 3, but I'll take another. So go ahead and send me a friend request. Guap, if you saw it, tell me if you didn't see Nightbot post it. For some reason, some people can't see Nightbot post it. Beto gets Guap. Let's see, let me go around here. Turn on auto spinning for a moment. Oh, I'm driving faster. Over the other side of the park. So Guap, if you didn't see it, let me know, and we can either post it again. Sometimes, for some reason, some people can't see Nightbot. I don't know why. Yeah, this raid starts in 3 minutes. There we go, Guap. I see you. Gotcha. And I'm going to send you a gift. Send gift. Let's not make it an advertisement. Not a fan of that. All right, let me stop this spinning so I can see what research I picked up. Nice. He's going in my research stack. I stack Pokemon that have extra Stardust. So, yep, Dark, no problem. You know where I'll be. Not a problem. All right, saying thank you, Guap. My one request is, Guap, I open up gifts starting with best friends first that I'm not lucky with, and but I try to send out all of my gifts every day and get everybody a gift. But if you could open up the gift, I'd really appreciate it. It's difficult for me to get to not best friends, so I'm trying to get lucky friends, and especially with the global trading coming up, where you can do remote trades. I currently have a lot of lucky friends. Let's see, how many are we up to? 204, and I'd say about a quarter of them I know personally and live near me. So, hey, Ninja, what's going on? I have, if you're interested in, I have a Shadow Cresselia raid coming up in a couple minutes. If you want to get added in, to be my friend and to be able to do it with me, I'll send you an invite to that raid. Let me know. Would it be possible squabble? Let's go. I guarantee you we'll be able to finish it up. So there's no problem. I know Guap said he's joining in, and I'm sure there's some other people that will. So I can definitely do that. Ninja, what is your in-game name? Let me know what your in-game name is, and then I can add you up. Hey BG, I don't know if you're going to be still available after the stream, but after this, I want to do this raid and then get going to get on to the other one. So let's not squabble up now. No, Ninja, I'll post my code. I want to know what your in-game name is, and then you could add me. That's the way that we do it. So I need to know, because otherwise when I post my code, I'm going to get a ton of requests, and stopping the stream for me to type everybody's number and stuff like that is going to really slow things down. So I'm trying not to do that. So my favorite shiny is, that's a good question. I've got a lot that I like. I mean, this is going to sound kind of lame in some places, but Mega Gengar is one of my favorites. Gengar I love, but Mega Gengar is really good shiny. So yeah, you could, BG, you're welcome to send me a request after the stream. Usually I do that. Even once we start the Mega Monday, I'll probably go through Mega Monday pretty quickly. I'm going to be where I am right now. I'm going to still be driving around. So I'm doing Mega Monday on the road. So yeah, it's a pretty awesome one. And also any of the ones that are black and stuff like that, I really like those. So here's a search string that I have to see first if there's anything here that I want to save. Oh, let's do this. So first I check PvP ones. I take a quick screenshot of it. I bring it into PokeGenie. And then PokeGenie is going to do a quick evaluation of it. And it says it's a 98.2%, which makes it a 73. If it's 50 or below, I'd keep it, unless it was a really meta relevant one. Not very good. So he's going to go to the meat grinder. And then I've got this whole trash today one. Select all. I know none of these are going to be stuff that I don't want to get rid of, except for a few at the bottom here. Then I'm saving. I got to check these teeny rats to see if I want to save any for anyone else. But everything else is going to the meat grinder. It took you 100 raids to get the shiny of what? The shiny Gengar? Yeah, let's see. So I'm looking for 2.41 or bigger. Smaller, I meant, for that metal. So those are too big to save. I do have a lot of... Gengar plus of the unevolved version. I do have a lot of shiny ones. 6 of them. I've traded a lot away. This I had to get traded to me. That little symbol at the end means that it's traded. Oh, this Gengar. And so in a couple of minutes, we're going to start that. So, the Ninja, what is your in-game name? And I'll post my code. If there's anybody else... all right, here's what I want you to do. It starts with an R and ends with many numbers. Good, perfect, awesome. That's exactly fine. All right. So I'm going to do... Only mods and myself can do this command. It's called TC. So there's my... Nightbot's going to post my code. Perfect, Ninja. That happens a lot. From now on, when I ask for your in-game name, because I will be asking for it when we do raids, you just post put the first 3 letters of your in-game name. That's fine. But there's my code. Anybody else whose name starts with the letter R and ends with some numbers, I'm not going to accept their friend requests. These are all people who never came into chat and said hello. So I can't help you if you're not coming in chat and saying hi. So go ahead and send me a friend request, Ninja, and I'll be happy to add you up. Right after this, I'm going to start the raid. So if there's anybody now who's in here who's already a friend of mine, let me know if you want to join a Cresselia raid by telling me what your in-game name is. So let me know what your in-game name is, and I'll add you up. I didn't mean to do it this way, but it's fine. I'm going to do this. So, Ninja, please tell me when you've sent me a friend request, because I'm not going to be checking things yet. So just let me know when you sent a friend request, and I'll add you up, and then we're going to go do the Shadow Cresselia raid. Awesome. Thank you very much. There we go. Ronaldo. All right. If you just type in from now on, if you're ever in my chat and I say, please give me your in-game name, if you typed in RON, RON would be fine. Because what's going to happen is I'm just going to look for somebody with that name. The first 3 letters is all I need to know. So I'm sending you out a gift. My request, I don't know if you heard me before, but my request is to please open up gifts. I start off with best friends who are not lucky, and then I work to newer friends. And so it's rare that I can get to the bottom of the list there. So awesome. So here's Cresselia. I need to mega something beforehand. The reason why I need a mega something is because I want to make sure that I can get extra candy. So one easy way to find what you want to mega is if you type in Psychic, and then if you type in Mega 3, Mega 3 shows Pokemon that you've gotten max level megas on. And so these are all ones that I have max level megas on, and so I'm just going to evolve one of these because that's all I care about. Yes, Dark, I've got the raid starting now. I don't know if you've heard me, Dark. So we've got a stream going on in a second. So I'm going to invite Guap, and I'm going to invite Ronaldo. If there's anybody else who's friends with me already who wants to do this raid now, you can also snipe in. All right, let me invite these guys here that are new. So I got you guys. You guys should see the friend request. So I had a mega something for this raid. I'm not going to do a Cresselia raid without being able to get extra stuff out of it. So you know me. I got to maximize. You know what? I'm going to throw in my little tyke. I got to put the apostrophe first. That's how I'll find them. There we go. All right, I'm going to send this out. So if there's anybody else who wants to snipe in, we're good. Please join up, Guap. You should have the request sent to you already. There we go. Awesome. Thank you, guys. And just a reminder, if you look at our friendship, if you look at anybody's friendship, and you see a blue glow around them, that means that you've interacted with them already. If there's no blue glow around them, that means you haven't interacted with them yet. And so you only want to get that blue glow once a day. Your Dancy's Mega 3 now. That is awesome. Very happy for you. That's cool. So let's see if anyone else is going to join up. Oh, we did get some other people. Ace joined, Dark joins. Sweet. Ace, I'm sure, is going for the shiny there. You know what? MTG. Let's see if I can get him in. He is really good and he loves shadows. Nope, I didn't make it in with him. It's worth a shot. All right. Since I'm the last one to ready up, we're ready up. Sounds good. Thank you all for hopping in and helping. Appreciate it. So, after this, I'm going to end the stream, but then we're immediately going to start the next stream. You're going to see it's not going to be a phone screen. It's going to be in landscape mode, not portrait mode. And what it's going to be about is we're going to be megging stuff. So I'm going to need to change up the way that I talk, Dark. Not a problem. I've got headphones with me and stuff like that. And then I'm gonna jump into my Twitch, and we're gonna do it from that way, Dark. Not a problem. And if everyone doesn't mind doing me a favor and double tap on the screen, give us a like right before the stream ends. We'd really appreciate it. Happy to help out the community. And after the stream, I might do a little bit more raids if there's some left in the area. So we're going to take about an hour break for the Mega Monday stream that's coming up. A lot of people look forward to that, so we want to make sure we get that done. All right, I'm getting all my pieces ready for the stream in a moment. Did this thing charge? Hopefully it did. Yes, it did. I should be able to talk on it now. What I'm going to do is stop that for a second. There we go. The sound's back. So this is my microphone now. Can somebody just let me know that they can hear me okay now? It looks like it should be working. We got it taken care of. Thank you all for the help. parking spot better. Thanks, BG. So BG, I don't know how much Deancy Mega Energy you have, but unfortunately the only way to get it nowadays would be to walk it. So make sure you do that. And I always recommend walking them to 19.9 kilometers, and then use yourself a mega, use a puffin if you can, if you have an extra puffin, and that'll give you 2 candies once you walk a little teeny bit. And double the amount of, you get 100 mega energy every time you walk a mega and get a candy from it. So it'll give you 200 mega energy. So get it to 19.9 kilometers and then do it that way. All right. You got a shiny, that's awesome. Any good? Very good, congratulations. Yeah, mine's pretty terrible. Congratulations, that's awesome. I only have one there. 19, 13, 11. That's still 9, 13, 11. That's still pretty good. That's definitely a good one. I know. We can't ban all of our fans right away. You know what? Once they start, once we have enough fans, then we can start, banning certain fans that decide to insult us by not giving us a shiny but taking it themselves. Yep, this one is 1915 is bad. Oh, I know that. Yeah, no, we're not going to ban people right away. Yeah, this one I'm not caring about really much. I don't know if you notice, I'm really not trying to catch it. My phone is overheating again. I'm going to do the usual. I've got to switch the AC up a little bit to blow it on here. Let's do that. Reduce the temperature. Caught? Nope, not yet. I got like 6 balls left. I'm going to slow down, Dark. That's exactly what you would say. I'm not going to do it. It's your first ever shiny shadow. That is awesome. What's the what's this? What do you know? What Ninja? What is the CP on it? If you tell us the CP, I could help. So you can figure out if it's worth going to be purifying it. That's awesome. Yeah, it happens sometimes. But this guy's going to the meat grinder. Big middle finger one. It does happen. All right, guys. I'm going to be ending the stream to start the next stream right now. So I really appreciate if everyone could anyone who hasn't given a double tap and like the stream, let me know. We're starting a new stream. We're going to talk about Mega Monday. And I'm going to be jumping off of this stream right here and jumping on to the new one. So in about 5 minutes or less, we're going to be starting up. So thank you all for coming to the stream. Really appreciate it. Thank you to the mods, all the mods who stopped by here before. Unfortunately, I can't thank everybody at once because I want to jump on the next stream. It's going to take me a couple minutes to get that all going. So, see you in a bit, Gucci. Thank you very much.